relocation franchise with the Raiders, and we lost our first game 10-20 against the Bronx. Are we done the practice? Full game. So verticals seems to be the offense that we've been working on.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden football.
Madden football.
It is the NFL on EA Sports, and it will likely be the
okay, so they get the ball at halftime.
We say we've got football from Oakland, California.
Yeah, this will probably be the last season that we are at home, because as the name suggests, the Raiders are relocating. Don't know where to yet, but we put in a relocation request.
28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014, and a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplating maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. He's going to take off with it, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
There's no support.
He's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness. Against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive.
Let's go defense.
Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, in his third season now out of Texas Tech. And few players have had the spotlight focused on them quite like Patrick Mahomes. But this is a guy that says he wants that attention. He's okay with a target on his back. We saw how electric he can be in 2018, and he wants to continue that into 2019 and beyond. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They pick up 10, but it'll still
no punt though, surely. This early on, no punt.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Taking it about the 16.
Oof.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Carr.
Dump it. Dump it downfield.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, Wilson gives Oakland a veteran option at tight end. Remember, they had Jared Cook last year. He's now in New
Jacobs
Orleans.
wants his first
Wilson,
career
5
rushing
years in
TD.
Seattle, then 1 in Detroit before the native of Windsor, Canada, signed with Oakland back in March. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Oh, come on, mate.
4 yards here on
Come
the
on,
first
77.
down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Chris Jones on the stop. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts. It all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Oh, damn me.
A nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's see if we can get 3 and out again. I pressed the
Chiefs
button.
offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't
Never lost, thank you.
And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Thank you.
That'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mahomes to throw once more. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 2nd down, Williams.
No, you don't.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete. The tight end counts it. And he will be very close to a first down. I see the close fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he's been busy with his feet. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
He'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Being chased out. And the Raiders are up for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Not the greatest kick.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. It's Kelsey on the ground. now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
Yeah,
and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what? Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally.
That's bad.
They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
No wonder they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect him. He's got to get rid of the football.
Good yardage.
To hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him
Come
up
on,
1st and goal.
let's get Jacobs his first TD.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and make.
And he's
Thank you.
Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes trying to find his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Curtis Riley.
To the house.
In for 6. Touchdown.
39-yard return.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Oh.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee.
Get down.
To escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
And we'll head to the fourth quarter.
16 and a Raider first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Back now in the
And
East
that's the
Bay.
final quarter.
A lot of happy faces in
We're
the crowd
going,
at this
we're
point
going
as
to
their
the
guys
final
have a
quarter.
big lead here to
Not
start
that
quarter
work,
number 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. They'll run on first down. Richard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Carr to throw. And this is Clark. Touchdown, Raiders. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How many yards did we lose? 8 yards on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get it
How
down,
did we
but
let him
before
have that
he
much
takes it across
yardage?
the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got first and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now it's Mahomes again. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes going to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Oh, we couldn't pick it up.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
21
it's
now.
Just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Keeping it.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
4,
the practicing
3,
of the kneel
2,
down formation,
1,
the victory
job
formation.
done.
We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Raiders, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for
game against the Vikings. Caught. He's 28, yeah, that's speed rusher.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put this player in your lineup and evaluate him on the field.
So we're 1-1.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to learn more. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. A portion of unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough or you just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this player.
So they're the two that we're looking at the moment. One of them fits our scheme, the other doesn't. Available. Cool.
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency. These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them so This is the development traits. This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities a player has and what if
Cool. Answer media questions. Israel Conwell is in the final year of his contract and has turned down your contract offers to this point. So how far apart do you think you both are? Well, I'd like to think we're not too far apart, so while we haven't found common ground yet, we will continue to negotiate and get there. Honestly, I'm not sure how far. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah. I think that was the right answer. Right, so we take on the 1-1 Minnesota Vikings, and we're 1-1. Are they? Oh no, they're not in. Cool. Oh.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Esports.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still
we get the ball
summer.
at
Either
halftime.
way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Vikings heading out, and it's Kirk Cousins at the helm in his second season in purple and white, 8th year overall. 30 touchdown passes for him a season ago. That's a career high as he aims to get the Vikings back into the postseason.
Plays in cover 2 man plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Yes.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh. Near enough to halfway yet.
17 yards.
Halfway down.
Will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Raiders under head coach John Gruden in his 2nd go-round. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it.
To the house.
They ran
to
the
the
ball
house.
some. They threw it accurately.
Okay, not to
One
the house.
touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that. But he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
To throw, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance.
And he'll take it
Touchdown.
into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Squeezed in.
Jalen Richard, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move.
You may need to adjust the
It's more
difficulty.
important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And he spins through. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Come on, AD.
The Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now Carr.
AD. Give AD that ball.
Antonio Brown.
Thank you.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr.
Couldn't quite keep it inside.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. Now and the Raiders
We'll tuck it and get the touchdown.
Touchdown. Derek Carr, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth. Right?
I didn't think I was going to be able to stop it.
I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop. On 2nd down now, it's Cook.
Oh.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Cousins now from the 50. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
No.
Oh, that is going to be
that went so wrong.
And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in
that
the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle,
that went so wrong.
And then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's try and blitz
the Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On 2nd down, Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. We've hit the 2-minute mark
taking on the Vikings, and as you can see, the Vikings are currently down and out. The only reason they have them 2 points is because of a mistake I made.
From games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
I got the first down.
Taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Cousins again. And he's got
the
the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Throwing is Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
They got it back.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds
And they'll
to go.
take, obviously, the field goal to try and close that gap.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets
Should we
it
take
out
a
to
shot
the
downfield?
25-yard line.
Because we get the ball at half in the start of the 3rd
Time
quarter.
for a final
So
kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 30.
but the time's up.
So we come upon halftime. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced
But we
wearing
have the
a poncho
ball
that
at the
says,
start of the second
"Don't
half.
rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we gotta go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter.
Bronx have gone up against Green Bay.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay.
Catch and run. Catch and run. AB. AB, baby.
Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown.
AB,
His first
baby.
touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie
AB,
cutter.
baby.
Everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. For those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, Cook. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. On third down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
We play to win. Let's go.
Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown.
So he's
Seems
125
like the
career
measuring stick
passing
for a receiver
touchdown.
for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well
Think
past
it.
that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really
Not
becomes
like that.
fun because
Not
let's
like
face
that.
it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure
Come on,
on,
AB.
yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Escaping the pressure right.
AB.
This will be caught
To the
by
house,
Brown.
AB.
He's at the
AB.
50,
The 30. The 20. The 10.
10.
Touchdown.
In. Touchdown, Oakland.
In the
Antonio
zone.
Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to
80-yarder.
extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Cousins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They run. Cook.
Thank you.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And complete,
Yes.
right side, the tight end Rudolph. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Matt Wild now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he... angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the
And we'll go to
11-yard
quarter number
line.
4.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw his car.
Stump it.
Able to locate Wilson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. There's a short little toss to Carrier. 14 yards.
Get that
is
first
the
down,
pickup
baby.
for a Raider first. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you,
Incomplete,
run the football,
unfortunately.
run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard
Obviously want to
pickup.
chew as much clock as possible.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
28.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
Bow, bow.
And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he will get into the end zone.
Oh, this is embarrassing now.
Another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end.
Halfway.
Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Cousins to throw it. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Throwing, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
Nearly blocked it.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game
and that's game
had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now in
it's
certain
game
situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
Humiliation for the Vikings as we go 2-1.
Put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Let's see, have a look at it. Whee! AB! Got our offensive, got wide receiver, so AFC Offense Award. Yeah, boy! Let's let's adjust that to pro. Got bare scout points. So we need 2 QBs, half back, at board. We need bare wide receivers. Tight end. Ugh. Thank you. See if they'll take the offer as it is. Okay. As yeah, weekly awards. How is Rick's success going 2-1 bad? Fan happiness needs work. We're 19th most popular. Right. So next stream we play the 2-1 Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I've been Richard D. Cresswell. You've all been awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.